So guys, Uganda. Why am I saying Uganda? South Africa and Ghana had a summit recently, and it's funny because two puppet presidents keeping a summit to talk about African issues. That's hilarious to me. But anyway, let's listen to what they're saying, and then we're gonna discuss it. Let's listen.
We have reaffirmed that the African Union, in the end, remains the primary vehicle that carries our collective aspirations to build the Africa that we want, a continent that is united, a continent that is peaceful, and indeed a continent that aspires to being prosperous. We have renewed our determination to do everything within our powers and means, working with our respective regional economic communities to contribute to peace and stability on our continent.
So let's pause it for a quick minute. Let's one up before that, so I don't forget my train of thought. Number one, he's bigging up the African Union for United Africa, which is right off the bat false. The African Union does not do nothing for the African continent. Number one, they join the European Union, and that takes away all their credibility. Why? The African Union themselves, the chairman of the African Union, said in his last meeting that 93% of decision taken by the African Union has not been implemented. So if 93% of what you are trying to implement cannot be implemented, what's the purpose of you? What's the use of you? Not even in trade, they are trading with each other. These two puppet presidents, why is it now? And I know why, because both of them have election this year. The 29th of May is South Africa election, and December, I think December 20 something is the Ghana um, election. But before we jump on Nana Akufo, let's listen to what he's saying.
Indeed pleased to learn that our two sides have decided to formalize engagements on education, health, and mining under the Binational Commission, and hopefully soon on housing as well. The agreements and understandings reached here will undoubtedly open up for collaborative effort that will benefit not only our two countries, but also the wider African continent.
As African countries, with our own bitter experience of colonialism and occupation, we are extremely concerned by the terrible events that are unfolding in Palestine and the suffering that is being imposed on the people of Gaza.
Let's talk about Nana Akufo first. This is his last term. I don't understand why they're adopting this Western democracy of having only two terms. That doesn't make no sense to me. That's just ridiculous. But anyway, Nana Akufo, he's talking about trade and all this. You had 5 years to do this. You and President Ramaphosa in the ANC manifesto that released, he's promising 2.5 million new jobs. But you haven't done that in the past 5 years. The country has regressed. Load shedding happening daily. The rand depreciate drastically. You haven't done. You haven't been doing any trade with the African countries. Instead, you're trying to import stuff, which driving down the cost, the value of the rand, and also the Ghanaian economy is just as bad because what they have been trying to get loan and they can't even qualify to get the loans, and the economy is in shambles. But these presidents have 5 years. Now at the end of your term, you're going to talk about trade and collaboration with your with and trade within African countries. Makes no sense. That's this for me. This is just what, as I said earlier, when you have puppets, when there is a time for them to get reelected, that's when the West give them talking points and say, oh, talk about this and talk about that. But let's also jump on what President Ramaphosa said about um, Palestine. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Palestine. Africa have way more issues to deal with than being worrying about. You know what? Let me say this before everyone jump on me. I am No, I'm not. I am saddened by what is happening in Palestine with the indiscriminate unaliving of citizens and hurting them. All that. I agree with that. Fine, but on the African continent, Sudan, you have war where thousands are dying, are unaliving, getting unalive. You have a report just came out that they are having starvation issues as well. You have the Congo, multiple people are unaliving. So we have our own issues on the continent. Why are you leaving? South Africa is pushing and leading the way for worrying about Palestine, bringing them to the criminal court, which was a good thing. But now it's time for you to turn your focus on your own country. South Africa is hurting. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Palestine. Yes, we are human beings and but we need to worry about our citizens as well because Palestinians, number one, don't like black people. Let's get out there. And I don't want to hear anything about the Ukrainian war because Ukrainians hate black people. They don't like us because we've seen it multiple times when they even setting up their own white bars now when they get in some of these countries, which is illegal. So why are we putting so much energy into this when we have our own issues to deal with? Insurgents, economy, land issue. South Africa is rigged with problems. This is why Julius Malema, when he take over, things will change because he's for his people. We cannot be focusing on yes, we don't like what's happening, but come on, we need to focus on ourselves. That's what I like about Burkina Faso, and I was referring to him. He is working for his citizens. First, take care of his citizens, then you look outwards to help, to assistance. Because what? Even the Americans, they are pressuring the African countries so much with sanctions, as South Africa, Ghana, Uganda's. They just give fresh sanctions on Zimbabwe. Even after Zimbabwe do what they ask, they still sanctioning these countries. But you see, so they don't want to see African countries progress. So I don't want to hear anything more about Palestine and Gaza. We need to worry about our own people, saving our own people, worrying about droughts. These are hurricane seasons coming up. Worrying about that. Worrying about the economy. Worrying about food safety, food reliance, food security. Nigeria is ballooning like over 40% inflation, and that's so you're having the people hurting. So why must I focus on the Palestinians when you already have the world worrying about them? We Africans need to stick to um what is dire to us. We need to start focusing on our citizens. It's a must. So anyway, if you agree with me, let me know what you think about this. As always, tell a friend, like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't know what that is, and just if you watch the video to the end right here, just click the like button. It helps with the algorithm for the video to go to the masses. I don't know what that is. So thanks for watching. Boom.